They should be halfway across by now. It's a patrol boat.
There's no point. They were right on time, right on target. Couldn't miss. I only wish we knew who tipped them off.
High-tech bar.
Here is an announcement for passengers on Flight 257 to Tokyo. We regret this unscheduled refueling stop due to abnormally strong headwinds en route from Delhi. Your journey will be resumed as soon as possible.
Garrison?
Free refreshments are available.
Jason.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Now, this unearthly hour of the morning, question is a final nightcap or breakfast?
Right, grapefruit or orange juice?
Breakfast. Double scotch.
Will Mr. George Wong please go to the information desk? Mr. George Wong.
Mounting a sales drive, Mr. King?
No, just accommodating my hungry public. I once disrupted an entire bookstore in New York.
I believe you. Would you like a newspaper? I'm afraid the only one left is the Hong Kong Record in Chinese.
Yes, if you join me in a drink, I'll translate.
I'd like to, Mr. King, but I'm far too busy.
Now, you've been saying that since we left Rome.
It prints a Mark Cain strip, Mr. King.
In Chinese?
Yes, in the comics section.
Section is unimportant. Mark Cain in any form or language is sheer delight.
At least you won't have a job unraveling one of your own mysteries.
I write the books. Don't touch the strip. Oh, here we are. Oh, yes, I've seen this sequence in English.
You look puzzled, Mr. King.
Yes, I am. They've changed the locale. There wasn't.
But if you don't write it, how can you say it's been changed?
Details, Miss Charity, details. No, there's something wrong. It's different. And it's not because my Chinese is rusty. What time is it in London?
All right, Jason. I'm the one who's impatient, considering you've transferred the charge of this call halfway across the world.
Now, Nicola, do hurry up. I have a plane to catch to Tokyo in a minute.
Here it is. This is the one. It's from the story of Mark Cain and the Koi Princess.
Dreadful title. Now, what does it show?
Well, the character drives away in his car. Then we see him opening the door of his surgery to Mark Cain.
To his surgery. Now, you're quite sure it isn't a photographer's?
Photographer's? Well, it has dentist outside. He gets Mark Cain in the chair, threatens him with a drill. Mark lays him flat as help presumably arrives.
Nicola, start again and tell me everything. Words, and see if you can try and describe the pictures.
I'm sorry to have to contact you in person. I thought it was a case for emergency procedure.
You're certain this man is Jason King?
Positive. He made a call to London and left the Tokyo flight. There wasn't even time to offload his baggage.
Where is he staying?
He hasn't been able to leave the airport yet. I thought a slight delay might prove useful.
How did you manage that?
I've a friend in immigration. Mr. King's health papers weren't quite in order. He needs a renewal injection for yellow fever. The medical room doesn't open until 8.
Good, I'll deal with this. Once you have made direct contact with a senior agent, this also becomes emergency procedure.
Making a big mistake.
Are you?
That's atrocious. Slackly written. Highly improbable. It's all over by chapter 3. Now, if I might suggest, that's just as bad, full of holes, and the chief of police did it.
Look, would you mind letting me choose my own book? No, thank you.
Quote, detailed, dazzling, excellent characterization, full of clever twists, sort of thriller that one wishes would go on and on and on and
Having
on.
read one by the same author, I'm quite sure it does go on and on, to very little effect.
Well, it must have been a bad translation. I can assure you this one is quite economical. Read it, you'll enjoy it. Now, to follow? Yes. Blue Book's Red Book, choice of the month.
He joined the Hong Kong police force as a forensic advisor.
You found me out. See, I'll go to any lengths to sell one of my books.
Your coffee's ready, nurse.
Nurse? You're the person I've been waiting for. I thought I'd have to hang around for hours.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, they won't let me leave the airport until I have a yellow fever booster. I thought you only got that in swamps.
Oh, you've got it all wrong, Mr. King. I'm not on the airport staff. I'm a private nurse waiting for my employer. He's a semi-invalid.
You're qualified?
Certainly.
Well, you get the key to the medical room and you can jab away to your heart's content. You have deflated me already. What's another little puncture?
If I insulted you, Mr. King, it was your own fault.
You care for children? Give me a jab and I'll make a generous donation.
All right. $200.
Hong Kong or American?
American.
$200? But that's bare armed robbery. That's 10 seconds. $20 a second. That's a record even for charity.
I didn't really think you'd pay it.
Well, I'm sure Mark Cain wouldn't have. He would have rescued the refugee children, got his jab free.
Only to find that he'd just been pumped full of a deadly drug. I did, after all, appear rather fortuitously.
Ah, so, Madam Dragon Lady. From Opium, then?
Miss
What?
Cameron. Lucy Cameron.
Would you have a look to see if my translations are any good? Now compare them.
If you want to know, I think it's vastly improved.
Well, that's just it. You see, mine's simple, light, uninvolved, sort of never land. That's too...
I think it all seems to make sense.
Of course it makes sense. But why bother? I mean, a new story, new illustrations.
Perhaps it's some local artist trying out his hand.
Well, you should try it out on some other character. Wolf and the Pirates.
Are you going to confront the editor?
I certainly am. And I hope he understands the Shanghai dialect. It's the best one to swear in.
He's an Irish-American called Finnegan.
Sam Finnegan.
Jason. You old jack-in-the-box.
Sam.
Well, I hope it's nice to see you.
Well, this is all changed.
Yes, sir. Twice as sharp, 20 times as famous.
Oh, nonsense. I haven't changed. Society's become a little more permissive.
A little more tolerant, obviously.
Now, what's been happening to the crack news agency man who could read Chairman Mao's thoughts faster than he could himself?
Ooh, just about everything. You heard I got married again.
Oh, no, not again.
Hey, come on, don't say it. Third time lucky.
One of your endearing qualities is you always take an I will on a short let.
Yeah, it really is good to see you.
And you. I must confess, I'd hoped it wasn't your blood that I'd be after.
Yeah. As soon as I got your message, I came down here. We don't open up till midday, so I haven't had much of a chance to get into this yet. You sure about the changes?
Take a look.
I'm amazed.
Who handles your comic section?
Well, this will sound ridiculous, but to tell you the truth, I don't know. You see, most of that stuff gets lumped in with the kids section, and I'm so busy with the news pages, I seldom have time to read the strips. Not even Mark Kane. I leave it to my two art men. They work in here.
Faithfulness was never your strong point. Your treachery will cost you a best meal in Hong Kong. Or is it still in Kowloon?
Well, wherever it is, it's a pleasure. Anyway, all our cartoons and strips come to us in English, mainly from the syndicated agencies. All we do is change them into Chinese.
Without touching the illustration?
Yeah. The boys just paste up new words, the appropriate places, and process them.
Translator of Mark Kane went through a great deal more trouble than that. Who is he?
I wouldn't have any idea. I keep pretty small permanent staff, and if it gets too much for the boys to handle, they pass it on themselves to freelancers, including your strip.
Do you think you'll get in touch?
Hold on, that may be one of my art boys now. I told him to give me a ring. Finnegan. This is what? Lee. How long have you been here for?
Lee,
what's the Mukhtar cartoon Mark Kane? Oh, before it? Ah, how long is it? Look. Oh dear, what is it? Well, you probably gathered that your strip's been done by a character called Jimmy Foy.
Sounds like Charlie Chan's #1 son.
No, on the contrary, he's a withered-up old ex-proofreader. I had to give up a few years ago because his eyesight was failing. Lives on a houseboat over at Kowloon. Apparently, our translation is about all that keeps him and his family going.
Well, that won't be for long unless he gets a new pair of glasses.
Come on, don't be like that. Look, Jason, I promise you, this whole thing will be straightened out before we go to press. And you can get on your plane and go to Tokyo.
Meanwhile, I'll be with my tailor.
Yes?
I need a passport picture.
Sorry, young lady. I'm closed for lunch.
It is most urgent. I've got to get a passport and be on the plane by 5. My sister's very ill in Taiwan.
All right. You had better come in. Look into the camera. Raise your head a little. Steady. Just one more. Steady. Right. I'll fix the prints for you.
How long will you be?
Come back in a quarter of an hour.
I prefer to wait, if you don't mind.
All right. Make yourself comfortable. Close the door. You'll ruin the film.
F.J. Wing. By order of the Glorious People's Republic, for known acts of counterintelligence, you are hereby executed.
What's going on?
Mr. King!
This hotel's certainly changed. There's no need to be so formal. You've already drawn my blood. Was that your employer?
Yes, Mr. Tsung.
I expected a frail octogenarian. He's very active.
He is. Polio didn't stop him becoming a millionaire.
Hong Kong or American dollars?
American.
What? What's he up to?
He's in the middle of a tricky deal and he refuses to come out until it's clinched. He believes that some deals are better fought out in confined spaces. So he often uses this elevator.
Rather inconvenient for guests.
Except that he owns this hotel.
Lord Ching. Lord Ching. Do forgive me for keeping you waiting.
Not at all. It's been very diverting.
Mr. Tsung, this is Jason King.
Jason King? Not the Jason King.
I'm afraid so.
This is a great honor to be talking to the mastermind himself, the creator of Mark Cain.
Well, I'm flattered and delighted if I have afforded you the occasional pleasure.
Occasional? But I have everything you have ever written. How long are you staying, Mr. King?
Oh, probably just overnight.
Then I insist you will be my special guest this evening.
Well, that's very kind, but I've already arranged to dine with a friend, Sam Finnegan and his new wife. What's she like?
Then I can be your host. You see, I have controlling interest in his newspaper. Sam is not only...
No, you too expensive, Lindsay. You always were. Yes, maybe I should have both. Lindsay, you come to London. You and my tailor make a custom-made, mass-produced suit, yes? All right, blue one ready tonight and the other one tomorrow, okay? Very nice to see you again. It's very nice.
Here you are, Jason.
What's this?
I think you get dressed.
But it may not fit.
Oh, it'll fit. I got your measurements from the Hong Kong police records. Oh, I think I found out why the strip was changed.
How many strips were torn out?
The children got hold of them a few weeks ago. 4 or 5 of them. I've done the translation, so I knew what it's all about.
Is this your work?
Yes, that one, the 2 before, and one more, I think. Then you're back on the proper Mark Cain's.
You did them from memory?
As best I could. I thought the only thing to do was to keep the strip running. I've always drawn and painted a bit.
Why didn't you just come into the office and tell us?
I was scared, Mr. Finnegan. You wouldn't got copies from abroad in time. I'd have lost the job. I took a chance.
Ding Hao. We'll talk about this later, Jimmy.
Elizabeth, what, like the Queen?
Jason.
You seen the Queen? Yeah?
Look, how do you feel? It's entirely up to you. If you like, I'll withdraw the strip and print an apology. But do you think it's possible we could maybe go on with his hybrid Mark Cain for a day or so?
Oh, I don't think it'll do any harm.
Boys, kids, get a hold of the strip, tear them up, make paper darts out of them. What's the old man do? He calmly doodles his way out of trouble.
Mr. Foy has my admiration. Indeed, I envy him the opportunity to guide Mark Cain's destiny even for a few short days. You will not fire him, Sam.
Not if I have anything to do with it. For a man with failing eyesight, he didn't do such a bad job.
Oh, no, Ian. No, I won't fire him.
Why don't you let him have his own strip, Sam?
You be careful, boy. I might just do that. Pretty soon you'll find yourself out of a job.
Sam's really grateful to you, Jason.
You bet I am. If it wasn't for you, I might be facing a lawsuit right now for infringement of copyright. Or on the other hand, Mr. Sung and his board might have got together and sacked me.
Well, I'll phone up my publisher and explain everything.
Anh, nè chính quả. Chú Mạch nha.
Sorry, Tim. Jason King.
From my own oyster beds. With special green turtle sauce.
Absolutely delicious. No, I don't think... if I eat any more, I will tempt Providence. 10 courses is my outer limit. I don't think I'll be able to get off the ground for Tokyo.
What time do you leave tomorrow?
The moment my tailor delivers my new suit. I hope it'll fit.
I must tell you how much I enjoy it.
Where?
唔該，你叫我傾生聽電話。係唔該，你叫傾生聽電話。
Tang. Jason, there's a telephone call for you. The hotel gave this number.
Please, Mr. King.
How kind. Please excuse me. Right. 你可以说话中国，我可以一点说，当一当啊。Can't understand a word he's saying. Some obscure Cantonese dialect. Doesn't understand a word of Mandarin.
Where? Oh, what do I get on? There? Oh, what do I get on? A message from your tailor to confirm your other soup will be ready in the morning first thing.
My tailor?
Calling here at this time of night.
It was an assistant. I'll get the drinks.
Thank you.
There. You see, Mr. King? A complete collection of your works. Good thrillers like yours help people like me to relax. But I'm sorry Mr. Foy confessed to changing strip.
Why particularly?
When Lucy tells me of mystery, I look forward to front seat and watching Mark Cain at work.
Are you really like Mark Cain, Jason?
No, not at all.
Doesn't change a bit.
Well, he does the thinking, and I put him in impossible situations. Luckily, we both have a sense of the ridiculous. One of us always knows how it ends. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, it's much too strong.
If modesty does not prevent it, perhaps you would care to autograph my collection.
Oh. I think I've eaten too much.
Jason. Doesn't sound too good. Will he be all right?
All he needs is a rest. It's a delayed reaction to yellow fever injection. I'll stay with him till he comes round.
Look, my wife and I have to go now. Will you tell him? I'll see him before he goes to Tokyo. Touch it.
Typical. Very elaborate, but quite convincing.
Mark Cain seduced 3 women that way.
You don't need cooling down.
Don't you be too sure. What was all that about?
I couldn't tell you about the telephone call in front of them, especially after Sam being so relieved at the strip being explained.
Call about the strip?
It was an old man. He wasn't very bright. All I could make out was he'd been asked to warn you that you're being watched.
By whom?
He wouldn't say. But there's something more urgent, Jason.
Shh.
Because of Mark Cain, a man called F.J. Wing is in danger.
F.J. Wing? Who's he? F.J. Wing. In Mandarin, it's Yung. What's it in Cantonese?
Wing.
Oh.
You think it's some kind of code?
Wing? Fly? Plane? could be some kind of warning. FJ. Flight Japan. It's warning me not to fly to Japan. What are you doing?
Sorry, Mark Kane. FJ Wing. Cameras. Palace Arcade, Shanhao Street, Kowloon.
You've made it up.
Round the back, there's an alleyway. Break it down. No sign of him? Wing's been dead for hours.
Then who was that? What was he after?
I've no idea, but I got a good look at his face. And there's something very familiar about him.
Come on, Jason, you have to be kidding. You know, when you flaked out, you sure you didn't have some kind of nightmare?
Wish I had. F.J. Wing is definitely dead. Oh, she's got married.
You mean that the Mark Kane strip has actually come to life?
Yes. Usually it's cartoons before the big movie. Nearly 4 million people out there, on an average 2 or 3 unexplained murders each day.
Yeah. Well, you're saying that every edition of our newspaper precedes a regular assassination?
Perhaps it's not the first one.
It could have been just an unusual coincidence.
No, I saw the car number. F.J. Wing's shop had a sign which said passport photographs, identical to the cartoon.
Have you told the police?
No. My relationships with the Hong Kong police are rather,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I remember.
However, I have a feeling that they may want to renew my acquaintance. Not for old lang syne.
Why? What for?
Well, I was practically draped over Wing's body when they appeared at the shop door. At the time, I thought they might have been tipped off, but at the moment, I didn't think it advisable to find out. Made myself scarce. Rather think I panicked.
Oh, it really is like a Mark Kane strip come to life. Listen, if you're right, my newspaper is in this up to the banner. And old Foy's got some questions to answer. Look, I'm sorry, Jason. I didn't know this was going to come up, and I've got to meet a Portuguese minister in Macau. It's something I can't duck. Anyway, Foy's due in the office this afternoon. Now, he'll think you're going on to Tokyo, right? And nobody's wise to him. I'll hit him. Hard. For your sake, I hope that isn't the police.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't.
Le chiva.
Mukto.
Hui, shui ah. 一个东西. Send him up. It's my tailor. Fitting for my second suit.
Okay, see you, Jason. I'll be in touch as soon as I get back.
Yes.
Taylor, sir.
Where's Mr. Nong?
I'm his partner, sir. I've brought the jacket. Mr. Nong will bring the trousers later. Will you try the jacket, sir?
Oh, yes. Yes. Daddy's got a little of that awful habit of basting under the shoulder.
Stay facing the way you are.
Well, it's sacrilege to ruin such a beautifully designed jacket, especially as I haven't paid for it. That was to distract you. The phone was to drop and it worked for Mark Kane.
Lots of things do. That is why I'm going to have to kill you, Mr. King.
Oh, the comic strip. Oh, perhaps it'll fit you.
Drop it. 14 and a half.
Come in.
Jason!
Oh, good morning. I don't know what I'm going to say to Mr. Nong.
Jason, are you sure this will work?
Well, trying to kill me so crudely shows that they must be pretty desperate.
Perhaps you should have waited for Sam Finnegan.
Well, that'll make it too late. Boy thinks that I've been dealt with. Any luck he hasn't been warned yet. This, of course, has a phone on the junk.
Mr. Tsung would be furious if he knew what he's missing.
What do you mean?
He's flown off by helicopter to a Greek tanker. I don't expect him back until tomorrow.
Just as well. Fewer people who know about what's going on at this stage, the better. Toys junk is the second from the end, the one in the big family wash.
Right.
Say that I asked you to deliver those toys, and when you left me, I was fit enough to pull a rickshaw up the peak. See what his reaction is.
But what if he doesn't make a move?
Oh, well, make yourself a nuisance. Be a nurse.
Thank you.
Well, you know what I mean. Drool over the children, suggest his wife is pregnant again, anything. He'll fret, want to get off that junk, and want to contact someone. And I'll be waiting.
Unless, of course, he's got a phone on the junk.
Out.
Jason!
What's the matter?
There's something you should see.
Mind your head. Oh!
This is the right boat.
Yes. Yesterday it was like a restroom of a refugees repatriation center.
Well, the family 4 has been evacuated.
Where are you going?
The neighbors around here have a tendency to live up to the old inscrutable label, but I'll try. If I didn't know you'd been here with Sam, I might think you had an hallucination.
Did you find out anything?
According to the 2 people I just talked with, this houseboat is being fought over in a will dispute. No one has lived on it for 6 months.
What about the washing on deck?
One of the women says it's hers. They may have been bribed, but I don't think so. Had Sam ever met Foy before?
No, he said he hadn't. Why?
And it looks as if someone on his newspaper set out to fool you both.
That's a very good diagnosis, nurse.
Well, oughtn't you to contact the police?
No, that's not a good idea.
On the contrary, Mr. King. Sounds an absolutely splendid idea to me. You certainly lead a very hectic life.
Hiding and making me stick my neck out. Hectic life. That's a pretty poor excuse. Special branch or no special branch?
We'd no idea what we were looking for.
At least you haven't got as far as arresting me for murder.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Who'd ever have thought of messages buried in an absurd comic strip? Sorry, nothing personal.
Everything's personal as far as your lot's concerned. It was an ingenious method. How did you find out?
The strip is perfect. Orders from nowhere. Some time ago, we realized that an elite corps of killers had come over into Hong Kong. Now, the colony has a tight security net. Dozens of agents, hundreds of informers. And normal contact systems are presumably rated as too risky for these special reds.
So Jackie no know his master?
Exactly. Just read Mark Kane every day, wait for your code number to come up, go out and do your job. And if you get caught, you can't give anything away because you don't know who's running the show.
Yeah.
Sam Finnegan's very eager to help you.
There's something else I haven't told you. Freddie Wing was one of our best undercover men, and they've killed him. But they may have slipped up. Unknown to us, he'd marked down a few suspects of his own, and he kept pictures in a secret file at home. Mostly just stray shots he'd snatched, nothing more. But we've done some swift checking. And curiously, he had this one. I say curiously because I don't think Wing could have known this man's occupation. Otherwise, he might still be alive. Do you recognize it?
What does he do?
He's a newspaper art man.
Is he? Wasn't the part he was playing when I met him.
You will help us, won't you, King?
Of course. He's ruined a perfectly good suit of mine.
Quite frankly, I think you need your head examined, especially after what happened in the hotel room.
Oh, you heard about that?
Sure. I telephoned you as soon as I got back from Macau, and they said your room was a bit of a mess and you'd vanished.
So is Mr. Foy.
And my chief art man as well.
He's missing?
Li Chang? Sure. Then he was the fellow that sent us to the houseboat. So I suppose it figures. I don't think we can expect to see him back here again.
You're going to withdraw the strip, Sam?
No. No need. Come here, I'll show you. So we had a new batch of strips in from syndication this morning. Now, I don't know what's going to happen to the stockpile, but this lot's genuine enough. Just to be on the safe side, I translated the first one myself. I'd show it to you, but the only remaining art man I've got has just taken it for processing. I told him to stand guard on it with his life until he saw it safely into paper. Which reminds me, I do have a paper to get out, you know.
Sam, what's it been really like?
What do you mean?
I used to call you the one-honest voice in a pretty corrupt comic opera.
You mean, what's it been like since I sold out to Mr. Tsung? Well, either sell out or go bust.
No mama, no papa, no whiskey soda.
That's about the size of it. Police still after you?
Yes, I think so.
Look, Jason, why don't you hide out on Mr. Tsung's yacht for a while? He's away, and I'm sure he'd be absolutely delighted. And by the time the police get this mess straightened out, you'll be in the clear.
Quite a sensible idea.
Now, my next idea, it may sound a little bit comic opera to you, but I think it might be better if you went out this way. Eh? Better safe than sorry.
Good idea.
Thanks, Sam.
Ciao.
Jimmy?
Cool it.
We had a new batch this morning. I don't know what's been happening. Ho. Ho, ho. Hello, Jimmy. That ought to do the trick.
It's not quite dry yet.
That's all right. Don't worry about that. Leave it on the board. I'll see it into the paper. Go down to the yacht and keep an eye on it. And if Jason King makes a move to get off, telephone me at once. Right? Would have been a lot easier for me if it could have happened that way, Jason.
The executioner in the policeman's uniform would have fooled me, sir.
It's a pity. I thought that was a pretty good touch.
Yes, I think it would have been, if I hadn't informed Rutledge.
Your fiction won't help you out of this one, Jason. Why did you come back here?
Jimmy Foy's glasses. They know all about you, Sam. They know about Lee Chang, and they know about...
You're bluffing. Bluffing.
Am I?
I didn't want to be the one that had to do this. I'm sorry, old pal.
You gave up those sentiments when you first joined the party. When did they finally pin on the red badge of courage?
When I married Ming. Look, I didn't want to do any of this. He said, I've had to. Her family's on the other side of the border, and they threatened to kill him unless I
Got
cooperate.
words all over your tie.
All I've ever done is pass on orders.
Who gave them to you?
See, you were bluffing. You really don't know.
Cover the front of the building!
Take a look at this proof for tomorrow's edition.
Sam was going to print that?
You should give it to your employer as a souvenir. I should think he'd want to frame it. You didn't get it.
Sorry, Chang got away. We're searched everywhere.
There goes our last link with the heavy brigade.
Unless, of course, Mr. Foy's eyesight has not given out completely from staring at that yacht.
What do you mean?
Mark Kane is still a valuable contact.
And we should all be reading the news strip in the morning.
If I'm confused, the ordinary reader will be in a hopeless daze.
But you think the others will fall for it?
All your men in position?
Mm-hmm.
How will I know when they're all on board?
They're not in the sort of profession where it pays to be late. Our orders are to be here at 10:30 sharp. Don't worry. I think you're one of them. This is what I want you to do.
It's Mr. Tzu.
You sure?
Yes, he's chosen a fine time to turn up. What shall I do, go and warn him?
No. No, I'll warn him. It's my little party.
No sense in us breaking cover yet.
I'd hoped you wouldn't mind.
My dear Mr. King, the only thing I mind is being away from here and missing everything till now. The police are here?
Scattered all over the place. When the guests are aboard, I arranged to raise the flag.
That will be changed.
Surprise, surprise.
Lee radioed me. Sam really did let things get out of hand.
You're in this?
I can't tell you how much I enjoyed working on a new Mark Cain strip. Most entertaining. Pity it's over. It's a shame you can't use the background for one of your novels. I am genuinely disappointed.
You needn't be. Probably appeared in the cartoon strip. Certainly not in the book. Millionaires and communists would confuse even Confucius.
Not at all. Hong Kong is China's main world trade outlet. All my important deals I do with Peking. Just now, I want to do something to help my heroic comrades.
You're too late to turn them away.
When they are all aboard, I will sail them to safety.
Haven't you forgotten the police?
No. I will simply say that I was forced out to sea at gunpoint. But I will not let you down. Mark Cain to the end. You fought courageously. But unfortunately, you were both shot and thrown overboard. Lock them up.
There goes another one. Over a dozen now. Shouldn't be long before King signals us.
Sounds as if most of them had arrived.
Oh, keep looking.
Life jackets.
We're not going to need those. All mod comms. Schmerley's smoke flare.
But Jason, we could choke to death.
And else has shown up? What's happened to that flag?
I'm told on a clear day you can see Hong Kong.
Look! Signal the men to move in. Right. Red was an excellent choice of color.
I prefer off-white. It's more traditional. I know now I've been absolute wow in Tokyo. Thank you. It's beautiful. How's Arthur Sung?
Finding out what it's like to be absolutely equal and live a completely simple life.
It won't last. He really is good at deals in confined spaces.
Before I go, Jason, there's just one thing that's worrying me. These.
Oh, don't tell me there are more fakes.
I hope not. But the thing is, we delved down into this batch, and guess what Mark Cain's up to next week? It's even set in Hong Kong.
I think you better keep your eye on it.
I don't think I dare.
What if she turns out to be a beautiful spy?
Oh, that only happens in cartoons. Which reminds me, it's time for the big movie.